Welcome back to Livie's Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel, and I'm your host, Fam the Fabulous. For more ideas, inspiration, swaps, and challenges, click the link in the description below to join our craft community, the Maker Exchange, on Facebook. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, all my artists, creatives, crafters, and makers. Welcome back to the Lovely Lab, and I am popping on real quick. I've got about 10 minutes to put together, for those who have asked from the last video that I posted, a quick little tutorial on these glassine bags. All right, and so in my last video I showed you guys how I upcycled or repurposed the Subway cookie bag into a journal pocket for the Victorian Women of Color journal that I'm working on. So got a couple comments. They were asking how was I using the wax paper that I showed. I showed a bag that I was housing my ephemera in, and the ephemera that I had cut out and inked and stuff, I wanted to keep outside of the other ephemera that I used. I just wanted to have it exclusively for the journal that I was working on. So I just housed it in a little makeshift bag, and I just used wax paper. So I'm going to show you one that I put together today just for the purpose of this video. All right, as you can see, this one is embossed. Okay, this is the same embossing. Now you can use that side or you can use the debossed side. All right, now I do have a Cricut Cuttlebug, but I'm going to show you how I just did this without pulling out my Cricut. So here we go. I ain't going to do a whole lot of talking because I need to get through with this and move on to this next class this boy is in. All right, so here we've got the wax paper. I've folded it in half, so I'm going to cut it up. The folder is about 4.5 inches wide, so I'm going to cut it 5 inches wide. Did I say that right? Am I thinking straight, folks? All right. It doesn't have to be exact because you can cut it down once you're done. All right. So that's what we have. So I'm going to put this as it is inside of this pocket. Now, because I have foam in my craft space, I'm using this foam, but you can use something like a towel, anything that's going to provide some cushion. All right. We're going to be real brief. We ain't going to be all day, and it may not be perfect, but I'm showing you the overall idea of it. So I'm just taking the back handle of my scissors and I'm pressing down on all of, especially around the edges. Take your time there so you can get a good impression, and it's better to stand up. That way you can use the weight of your grown adult body. And this is probably easier for those who don't have dexterity issues or issues with pressure. And for those of you do, perhaps you can ask a spouse or family member. Okay, so we got that done. All right, and so I can see right now I missed a spot all together. All right, and so this is what we have. Let me see if I can bring it up. That is what we get. All right, so from there, toss that off to the side. Let me grab some paper so that I can start gluing. So now we just cut off what we don't want, and it's really just where the embossing folder stops. Again, when you're done, and I also sewed that, when you're done, you can continue to cut it down to whatever size you want to, but for the sake of this brief, short tutorial, I am, trying to cut down on too much explanation because you can take it from there. So now what we do from here is you want to fold whichever side you plan on making your front. If you want this side or this side, I'm going to use the embossed side. All right. So we're just going to fold it down a little bit, okay? And make sure that we fold the opposite side down the same amount. No, this is not rocket science, folks. I am not doing anything that you haven't already seen before. I'll take that away so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything that we haven't done somewhere in some other place in crafting. It's not perfect, but we don't care. You just want to get the gist of what I'm trying to say, right? Okay, great. All right, so we're going to cut that away, the excess away, and cut the excess away for here. I'm going to fold that over in just a second. it really doesn't matter, because if we're using this in a journal, then only one side is going to show, because you're going to glue this down inside the journal. All right, so I'm going to glue this inside like that. Okay, so now we just take something like a tacky glue, and believe me, most glues work. I actually used this Crazy Art glue stick that was on my son's desk. I bought this for him for school because, one, I wanted to try it out and see how the glue was working, and two, it was cheap. They don't need anything fancy. They don't need anything. They just need something to hold a piece of paper onto another piece of paper. All right, so we did that side. We're going to do this side. All right, then while that's drying, we're going to take, well, it doesn't even matter if it dries or not. It's not that serious. Not for you. Let it dry on your time, okay, folks? Now, what I want to do here is I'm going to cut down this lace so that I can use it along the edge of, yeah, you get what I'm saying. Sew it along the top. So, I think I want to use this side. All right, there we go. Decisions, but I make them quick, don't I? All right, I'm going to flip this over because this side is a little bit longer than the back. All right, so we're going to take that like that. I'm going to glue it down using tacky glue or fabric glue. It doesn't even matter because you're going to sew it, okay? Don't start getting hysterical if all you've got is school glue. Use what you got, okay? Because you're sewing it. Oh, I'm sewing it. If you don't have a sewing machine, then you want to make sure you pay attention to the type of glue that you're going to use, all right? So we got that. Let's cut this excess off. I'm going to leave that excess of the edge on there. Josh got a few more minutes before his class starts. All right, so we've got that on there. Now, at this point, we're going to take it to the sewing machine, okay? So, close your ears. I may or may not edit this, the loud sound out, but bear with me, folks. Just trying to get it done for getting it done sake at this point. All right, so I'm just going to use a quick zigzag stitch because that's what's already on my sewing machine. So now we've got the zigzag stitch on here. Now we can take it back to the sewing machine and starting at the bottom, sew from this part going forward, and that way it closes it without it bunching up. So starting at the bottom folded part, sew it into the sewing machine. Let me just slide this into the shot for you folks. This ain't again, this is not rocket science. I'm not showing y'all nothing y'all ain't seen before. So I probably will make a mistake. That's how it is for these quick and done and over with videos. All right. Now I've got to slow down when I get to the lace because sometimes because my machine is not all fancy and doesn't have the best tension, it doesn't always like to. It doesn't always like to go over the fabrics, the introduction of a fabric, as nice as some of those singers and whatever have you. Now on this side, we're going to go straight down. And then afterwards, you are free to embellish this sucker however you choose to, you know. You can add some extra ephemera on it, so maybe some cute little clusters or whatever. That's totally up to you. Decorate it to taste. All right, so we're almost finished here. Thanks for stopping by. I hope this helps somebody. I hope this adds some spice and texture and prettiness to your journals. All right, so this is what we've got. And all you have to do at this point, don't mind the background noise. You know that's Josh, and he's just happy to not be in class right now. He could care less about the fact that I'm trying to show you guys a new technique and another way to utilize what you have in your home so that you're not going out spending up the kids' clothes money and toy money. He don't care nothing about that, you know. He is happy to not be in class, so. But we're focused. We can hear. Y'all still here, right? Okay, great. Okay, so here's what we got. And I'm leaving those frayed edges. I'll probably frame out a little bit more. But what we got here is a cute little pocket to put inside of our journal. And one more thing I wanted you guys to note was take a look at how thin this wax paper is. So you can always back it, you know, take it where it's folded, the folded top portion of it, and maybe create a pocket like that with this part being the top part so you can see some of this color background, and then use, that's not bad looking, the way that's like that. You could even sew that down zigzagged and what have you and give it a little natural look. Anywho, I mean the ideas are endless. So, you know, this is another way to expand what you already have in your home. Use up what you have in your home and make your journals your own, and possibly make someone else a journal for themselves. All right. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button along with the notification bell so you don't miss any of the crafty and upcycly uploads. And I wanted to give a special shout out to hold on just a second, bear with me folks. I have some new subscribers who have just recently joined and have become a part of the crafty community, and they have already started commenting. So we've got Deanna Epps Jones, Juan Lubian, Busy Lizzie Smith, Madre Wood, Joan RLS Pitty, or Joanne Martin. We're baking and crafting meat, and I want to say a special happy and hello to my faves, not my faves, but because all of y'all are my favorite, but the constants, the ones who hold this channel down, which are Faith, Tam, Liz, Nettie, Adebo, which is, yeah, it's, Adebo, Andros, Dion Solomon, Maria Dunbar, Unique Whimsy, Happy Scrappy 45, Martina, which is Tensika Designs. Thanks, everybody, for always coming back, commenting, liking, sharing, and for being a part of this lovely community. Now, with all that being said, guys, I got to get back to class. You know, y'all can't keep me here all day. Remember to wash your hands, wear your mask, check in on your neighbors and your elderly, and be kind to one another. And I'm getting ready to get back to class before this boy get it after. Bye, y'all. Josh, class is starting. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe to join the crafty community, and be sure to click the bell for notifications of new uploads. Thank you so much for watching. Now stay tuned for more from Livie's Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel. Bye for now.